I is scared. The last time we came here with Inoue, bad things happened. Very bad, sad things. I don't know if I can go through it again. I guess we'll find out if that's the case. In order to escape enemy detection, we cut through the forest and we finally arrived at Kyoto Castle. Hijikata's hope was to use the castle as a new staging area where he could garrison our troops and launch ambushes from. Unfortunately... That's weird. Why are the gates closed? Do you think they're already preparing for battle? There were no guards outside the castle, or indeed anywhere we could see. It was uncomfortably quiet.
No.
He stood for a moment, absently rubbing his chin in thought, before finally making a decision.
We are here on the orders of the Shogun. We have come to request your help in battle against the rebels, who would dare challenge this country's rightful rulers.
His voice echoed out through the stillness, but no one responded. I had almost begun to think the castle was simply abandoned when... Oh look! There's someone in that window! Huh? They've got something shiny.
Get down!
Huh? Thanks, Inoue. Inoue grabbed me by the wrist and pulled me down just as gunshots echoed from the castle walls. My eyes darted around, but there were no rebels nearby. That meant that the bullets were meant for us. What's going on? I thought the Yoda were friendly!
Either they've already been overrun by the rebels, or they don't want to ally with the side they think is going to lose. We need to get back to the men. It's dangerous to stay here.
But Hijikata told us to get reinforcements from Yodo. Inoue only shook his head.
It's clear by now that they're no longer our allies. The longer we stay here, the more danger I put you in.
But if we leave, then what's going to happen to Hijikata? What's going to happen to the Shinsengumi? Let's just try and talk to them. If we explain what's going on, I'm sure they'll understand. I'd never seen Inoue glare at me before.
That is enough! I want to go back to Toshi with reinforcements as much as you do. But my job here was twofold. To ask for reinforcements and to protect you. If something happens to you now, then I will have failed him twice. Now come on.
There was nothing I could say.
Now, we should be going. I'm sure the men we left behind will get worried if we aren't back soon.
Okay. And is there a certain demon boy waiting for us? What? We were nearly to the location where we'd left the rest of the soldiers, but something felt... wrong. Huh? Weren't they supposed to be here? As we looked around the location, we couldn't see a single soul present. Didn't we go with all of the injured? So does that mean Cosma just slaughtered a bunch of injured men? Cosma? Did we get lost?
No, we couldn't have. It should be just up ahead.
Then, as we rounded the corner, I noticed a few bodies in the distance. Inoue! There's someone over here! It seemed as though they noticed us too, and they walked over casually without a sense of alarm. There were 3 foot soldiers. The title given to infantry soldiers of a rank lower than samurai. Since the Satsuma Choshu soldiers' uniforms had tight black sleeves, we could tell immediately that these men weren't enemies.
I wonder what domain they're from, or if it's around here somewhere.
Interesting. Whoa. Wow. The soldiers approached us, one of them coming to speak, and the other 2 silently observing their surroundings. Excuse me, have you seen any Shinsengumi warriors around here?
The Shinsengumi?
Yes, there should be a group of injured men around here somewhere.
I didn't see any. So, you guys Shinsengumi too?
Yes, well, I am a page, and he's...
I am Genzabaru Inoue, captain of the Shinsengumi 6th Division. So, with whom are the lot of you affiliated?
My. You're a Shinsengumi captain. Where? just as he'd said that.
Yukimura, get away from them! They're from the Yodo.
That's unfortunate. Inoue pushed me to the side, standing in between me and them.
Oh man, did we give ourselves away? So, I guess if you're a Shinsengumi captain, that'd be perfect. Your head will make a lovely souvenir.
It was as if the wool were pulled from my eyes. They made no attempt to hide their animosity. I think it was kind of silly of you guys to identify yourselves as Shinsengumi, considering the climate you are in right now.
You're going to betray the shogunate and stand with the Satsuma and Choshu?
Shogunate's been dead for a while now. No need for us to continue allying with weaklings.
Yeah, it makes more sense to side with the Satsuma Choshu since they're currently on the up.
When Inoue heard their words of treason, he unsheathed his sword from his scabbard. No. The soldiers backed away, getting into their stance.
Yukimura, hurry! Make a run for it! Tell one of our men what you've seen here.
No, Inoue! Let's go together! Without giving me time to finish, Inoue charged towards the three samurai.
Go! Now! Ah!
You bastard! You wanna fight us?
One of the soldiers clashed his blade with Inoue's, the metallic clang ringing in all of our ears. Oh boy. The other two soldiers unsheathed their swords too, and they circled around Inoue. Apparently they're very fast. He wasn't able to move around when... Oh boy.
Oh!
The two men standing beside Inoue slashed at his torso and blood started gushing from his body. Well, hurry up, girl. Make a choice either way. Or let me make a decision. Inoue's sword dropped from his shaking hands and then he grabbed the man in front of him.
Hey, what the hell are you doing? Let go!
He turned around to look at me.
What are you doing? Hurry and run!
For real though, girl. Like, move. After Inoue screamed, the samurai pulled away from him before drop-kicking him to the ground. Oh. The three samurai were drenched in his blood, and they began to stomp viciously on his body. Inoue told me to run! He screamed at me to run for help, but I couldn't. And I couldn't try to fight them either, so I just stood there. How dare you call yourselves warriors? Are you actually? Infuriated, I drew out my Kodachi and I had lunged forward towards the three men. I didn't even get a choice to run away this time. Ah! I screamed involuntarily at the top of my lungs. What the hell? I slashed at the first warrior in front of me, but he'd sidestepped my attack easily.
Just grab him!
Did I get kicked again? Oh, right. I'm like, him? That would be me. The foot soldiers grabbed a hold of me easily, and they shoved me to the ground. I was covered in mud, but I didn't care. Instead, I grabbed my Kodachi, jumping straight back up, and I reassumed my fighting stance. The men grinned as they looked down upon me, and they drew closer. I will never forgive you guys! I may not be able to kill them, but I could never bring myself to forgive them. No, because it was a Shinsengumi member. I can't let him down! Shin?
Oh!
A big shadow loomed from behind me, but before I could look to see it, it dashed past me and stood before the three samurai. Yeah, that's my boy! He came to protect you. The mysterious figure sliced the soldier in front of him in a flash.
Ah!
What the hell is going on here?
That voice, his back. He's a person I know well. Nagakura?
I already asked you once. Answer me!
Well...
As the soldier stuttered, I chimed in to answer for him. Nagakura! They are men from the Kyoto domain. They betrayed the shogunate. They attacked Inoue!
What? You sure about that?
Nagakura's intimidating frame scared the soldiers, and one of them rushed to make an excuse.
No, it's not like that. He was already wounded. We were only trying to save him.
How dare he? How dare he lie? No, he's lying! They were the ones that killed Inoue!
You pieces of shit. Say your prayers!
Nagakura screamed in fury as he raised his arm, but the samurai threw their katanas to the floor, begging him for forgiveness. Nagakura stopped.
Please, spare us. Our domain made us do it. We didn't want to. Yeah, we didn't want to betray you guys.
You sons of bitches. Things aren't looking good for you, and then you beg for your lives. I won't let this go!
He swung his sword up as his hand shook with rage. Nagakura gritted his teeth before making the move. Then...
Nagakura...
Inoue struggled to get to his knees, let alone stand up.
Gen, you're alright? Forgive... them...
Oh, he's actually got blood on him. Oh, Inoue. Without any anger or malice in his voice, he asked the soldiers a question.
You guys were ordered, but did not want to hurt anyone, right?
That's right.
After nodding in response to the soldier's answer, Gen turned to face Nagakura.
Please, not in front of her.
He doesn't want them to die in front of me? I mean, I could just go into the forest if you want, and you can finish with them. I'm fine. I wondered if he could forgive them for what they'd done to him if they apologized, as long as they were commanded to do so. But I couldn't take that as the truth. But they... Nagakura cut me off.
Okay, Gen.
He turned to each of the samurai, shifting quickly between them, and yelled out. Oh my, that face.
Alright, you bastards! Leave your swords and get the hell out of here! Don't you dare show your face in front of me, or else next time, I'll kill you!
Okay, we're sorry.
The remaining two samurai didn't stop to look at the corpse of their comrade, and they tossed their blades to the ground and ran off.
You two alright?
I'm fine, but Inoue's... I ran towards Inoue, and his arms and soldiers were covered in a still flowing tide of blood. It needed our immediate attention. I took out my handkerchief, and I did my best to wrap it like gauze around his wounds and put pressure to stop the bleeding.
My wounds may be deep, but I'll be okay. So, is it true that the Yodas betrayed us? Indeed, it appears so.
Inoue winced from every movement, so I took it upon myself to answer in his place. As soon as they'd learned we were part of the Shinsengumi, they drew their swords.
Damn them, those bastards. I shouldn't have let them go. Nagakura, don't do that. In front of her. Yeah, I know. But I'm worried about these wounds, Gen. Come on, grab my shoulders.
Nagakura grabbed Inoue's arms and he tried to put the old man on his shoulders. Then, a gunshot rang from a distance and Nagakura's body shook violently as if hit by a force. Did you really get shot right now?
What the...
What? As Nagakura tried to gather himself, more gunfire came ringing from the distance. What is happening?
Gah!
We're just getting shot.
Ah!
The two men screamed, crumbling to the ground in front of me. Oh. You don't think? I'm like, I feel like I've made some good choices. I should be getting the good ending. So they're not gonna die here. Well, I mean, in a way, probably is, but Shin shouldn't. Shin doesn't have the water of life. He's just been shot a heck of a bunch. But Inoue did take it. What if the unexpected happens and Shin actually ends up becoming a Fury? After all of this. Oh my goodness. Well. The two men screamed, crumbling to the ground in front of me. They were shot? It was happening so quickly, I couldn't process what I was seeing or hearing. You were left alone, though. I, too, got down to the ground for safety. And as I tried to reach out to the both of them... Inoue! Nagakura! As I reached for them, a shadow appeared behind us. Ah. I wondered if letting you guys go was a mistake.
They're the Shinsengumi! They're the murderers! Fire at will!
I could hear their voices approaching us closer. They were the samurai that Nagakura and Inoue had spared just moments ago. No. No!
Chizuru. Hurry. Run for it.
No. No, I don't want to! Nagakura! I tried running up to the two of them, but the continuous rounds of bullets made it dangerous for me to approach closely. Inoue, who writhed sluggishly on the floor, drew what little power remained in him to lift his arm. Yep. He reached into the chest pocket of his kimono, and from it I saw him pull a small glass vial radiating with a bright crimson liquid. I can't believe this. Inoue, what are you doing with that? The fears of Inoue's potential decision came to mind and my lips started trembling. You made him drink it, though, Inoue! Oh boy, that is gonna be such a can of worms to deal with in the second game with Shin. Holy free-holies. I can't believe. The one guy I was convinced for sure was not gonna become a Fury ended up becoming a Fury, and Harada didn't. Man. Whew, talk about subverting my expectations. Inoue removed the cap of the vial with shaky hands. Then, he placed the bottle upon the lips of Nagakura, who appeared to drift in and out of consciousness.
Nagakura. Nagakura. Again? Nagakura, please forgive me, but a young lad like you cannot leave us so early. Please, you may hate me someday, but please protect Yukimura. She needs you. She needs me? Yes, that's right. So please, tell me you understand. Again, I understood, and thank you.
After struggling through those words, Gen put the vial to Nagakura's lips and emptied the bottle into his mouth, which I couldn't bring myself to watch. No, you... Before I knew it, the samurai who'd cowered before us earlier had returned to our side.
This way! Send backup! We'll take his head and offer it to the Satsuma Choshu as a gift.
As the men screamed their orders, a group of lower-ranked warriors had surrounded us. Their expressions were inquisitive, probing us. Then the circle began to enclose on us when... Wow. Oh boy.
Ooh!
Nagakura stood up with a righteous fury. He drank the water of life and became a Fury. Shin! His hair turned snow white and his eyes blood red. No, Nagakura! I sat idly on the floor, watching him, and all I could do was stare helplessly in horror.
Oh shit, he's alive! Fire! Fire at will!
Go!
He's gonna be even more deadly now. Nagakura leapt at them before the soldiers could even position their guns, and he slashed them one by one. He looked like a demon. No, like a fury.
Kyo!
In the blink of an eye, he'd quickly slaughtered 5 soldiers without mercy. Other samurai who had watched it happen lost the will to fight, turning their backs to retreat. Nagakura, or the fury who resembled Nagakura, spared no mercy as well for those who ran off. I don't blame him in the slightest. He'd nearly flown forward, slashing their backs. Nagakura, please stop! Please, Nagakura! Nagakura! I screamed desperately to get him to stop in hopes of reaching him, but I wasn't enough to stop him. Nagakura was consumed by his beastly instincts. Was there nothing more I could do for him? Oh. As Nagakura was inches away from the flesh on the back of a fleeing soldier... Oh! Look who came in swinging! A figure appeared in front of Nagakura, grabbing his swinging blade with a bare hand.
You too have now chosen Path of the Fury, huh? That means it's time for you to die.
I was not expecting you to show up. Nagakura dodged every punch and jab thrown by Amagiri, his reflexes teetering on superhuman. Amagiri barely dodged a counter parry, ducking under Nagakura's blade before jumping back. When Amagiri reached to intercept the sword with his fingertips, a drip of blood came from them.
A swordsman with your skill gaining some fury powers, eh? This might be a problem.
Wait! Nagakura didn't want to become a fury! He was just trying to protect me! He tried strengthening himself just to save me! As he backed away from Nagakura, Amagiri slowly glanced around his immediate vicinity. Then his eyes found Inoue curled in a ball on the ground, surrounded by gun-wielding Yodo warriors.
These are Yodo men. I see. I think I can guess what happened here. However, I can't really let this guy just slide into this state.
With stern eyes, Amagiri glared intensely at Nagakura as his feet shifted into position. Oh! Are we gonna see Amagiri the demon? This is exciting.
Time to go all out and stop you. Please don't get mad if I accidentally kill him.
Oh, Amagiri. So polite. He's like the Obi-Wan Kenobi of the demons. For a brief second, it almost seemed like Amagiri's hair flashed brightly, then... Nagakura raised his sword to strike as Amagiri's tight fist came to meet him. Ooh. Nagakura's sword stopped mid-swing, inches from Amagiri's face. The demon's fist met with Nagakura's solar plexus, knocking the wind out of the latter. Nagakura's eyes grew wide, and he coughed blood as he fell to the floor. As I winced from his pain, I ran up to meet him. Nagakura! Nagakura! It looked like his animalistic frenzy was over. His hair returned to its usual color.
I'm impressed that all it took was a punch to knock some sense back into him. If he's got that much toughness, I'm sure he'll be back to his old self in no time. But if he's looking to continue using his new fury powers, I'll have to do whatever it takes to stop him, even if that means killing him.
No, Nagakura isn't that kind of person! Amagiri sighed coolly, but after hearing the determination in my voice, he nodded.
Very well. He's all yours, then. You can have him. Excuse me.
As quickly as he had appeared, Amagiri turned and vanished instantly. Thank you for appearing and literally knocking sense into Shin, and then just blowing away with the wind from whence you came. Amagiri is amazing. I won't let what Amagiri said come to fruition. That much I can promise. Because Nagakura will always be Nagakura, and the serum will always be the serum. I tried to wake Nagakura as he laid collapsed on the floor with his mouth slightly open. Maybe you should give him mouth to mouth, eh, girl? Girl. My tummy hurts. Oh, Shin. Yep, he's still Shin.
Ugh. Ouch. Jeez, my tummy hurts.
Nagakura? Nagakura? His eyes opened gradually as if he'd awoken from a night of heavy drinking. Oh, I'm so glad to see you. Are you okay, Nagakura? Whoa. He swiftly rose to his feet, looking around him.
Whoa! Chizuru, you alright? Where'd those guys go? How's Gen doing?
Oh, you stopped them all, Nagakura. You saved me, but Inoue had been shot. He verified that all the men were dead by constantly looking at the ground, as if assuring himself, and he'd finally seemed to relax. Then he'd gaze at Inoue with forlorn eyes, touching the old man's body gently.
Wait, I thought I'd been shot. And then after that... Damn it, what's going on?
Nagakura had trouble putting together the pieces of his memory, scratching his chin thoughtfully. Oh, Inoue, really you left this task to me. Could Nagakura really have forgotten? Did he forget drinking the water of life earlier? If he truly had no recollection of these events, then it was clear what my responsibility was. Chizuru? No! 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 I was proud of you for, like, sucking up to doing a sucky thing of having to be like, well, Gen kind of forced you to take the water of life. You can't just lie to him. He's gonna get the bloodlust and stuff, and then he's gonna be mad at you for lying. Chizuru. Oh, I'm not a fan, girl. Not a fan. He's not stupid. Shin, I need you to remember. No! The bullet just grazed your head, and in blind rage you subdued the enemies. Then, after you defeated them, you collapsed from exhaustion. You had me so worried. Nagakura seemed dumbfounded as I desperately tried to convince him of this story. Soon after, though, his cheeks became rosy and he picked at them nervously.
Oh. Well, I don't really remember much, but I kept you safe, huh?
Yes.
That's good. As long as I protected you, that's all that matters.
It seemed as though Nagakura was satisfied, and a sense of relief seemed to wash over him. The wander of his gaze through his surroundings, however, brought a sad look to his face.
Really shitty what happened again, though.
Inoue protected me.
Right, I know. Gen, I want to take you to Osaka, but for now, forgive me and let me bury you here. Mind helping me out?
Of course. Nagakura and I buried Inoue's remains a small distance from the forest path. To us, at least, the last we saw of Inoue as we laid him into the ground seemed peaceful. After this task, we'd headed back for Osaka Castle where the Shinsengumi were waiting. What were you doing out here anyway? I have so many questions. Why was Shin there? Why was Amagiri there? Why did we lie? Chizuru? Yukimura? Not even this music can distract me. Nagakura and I arrived at Osaka Castle on the cusp of dusk. Cusp of dusk?
Shinpachi, you bastard! You're safe! You had us so worried. Yeah, but Gen's done. What do you mean, done? The Kyoto betrayed us, and some scumbag shot him up. He took around 10 men with him. Gen, I see. Kondo and Hijikata won't want to hear this. Yeah. Chizuru and I buried him.
As Nagakura and Harada exchanged the tragic news, Saito suddenly joined their conversation.
Glad to see you safe, Yukimura.
Aw, thanks, Bean. Nagakura and Inoue protected me. As I responded to him, he turned to face Nagakura, whose dejected face piqued Saito's curiosity.
Yeah, couldn't tell you much if I'm being honest.
Nagakura seemed hesitant to speak about the period in which he'd lost consciousness, so he glanced up at the castle to change the subject.
So, what's the word on defending the castle? Any updates from the front line? Oh, about that.
Harada looked away, followed soon after by Saito, and he brought his voice to a murmur. Huh? This gave me a bad feeling. I don't know what you mean. Everything's fine. One I was right about. Allegedly, once the Shinsengumi had gotten to the castle, the Supreme Commander, Lord Yoshinobu, had already fled to Edo aboard his ship. In my mind, such terrible leadership was unforgivable, but supposedly it was necessary. The Satsuma Choshu troops were seen marching under the banner of the gold brocade flag, which was a symbol reserved for the true imperial army. This meant the shogunate were marching against the empire's official military body, which could label it as the enemy of the state. Lord Yoshinobu's discovery of this fact made continuing the war a less than palatable endeavor. To top it off, Katamori Matsudaira, the Kyoto military commissioner and superior to the Shinsengumi, had departed with Lord Yoshinobu. The evacuation of the shogunate's executive leadership was told to no one. A bitter move. As soon as news of this was brought public, the shogunate army forces retreated to Edo like snow avalanching down a mountain. The Shinsengumi, for whatever it was worth, were the only soldiers remaining who held Osaka Castle. Hijikata was pressed into making a decision, and ultimately he was forced to retreat to Edo as well. When Nagakura learned of all this, he'd nearly blown a blood vessel from anger.
What the fuck? What Supreme Commander up and ditches his men? That's unheard of! Enemy of the state? Who cares? Osaka Castle has more than enough to stop them all. I always hated the Mito feudal lord. He always kisses the Imperial's ass.
One of the three houses of the Takagawa, the domain and their daimyo have had strong nationalist tendencies for generations.
Hey Hijikata, let's just do it all on our own. We still got time. Sorry, Shinpachi. The wheels are in motion. Damn it!
Hijikata later became preoccupied with preparing the forces for their eventual move to Kyoto. Nagakura, on the other hand, couldn't shake this lingering funk, sulking and locking himself in, and then he's gonna have bloodlust and not know what it is because somebody lied to him. No matter how much Harada, Saito, or myself called out for him, he'd stay locked in his room. That's when the idea came to me. I scavenged the Osaka Castle kitchen, scouring for food. I'm sure Nagakura would become hungry eventually. If he ate something, maybe he'd cheer up. Sure. Maybe he needs blood. Even if I had planned on cooking something, the kitchen seemed almost unusable. Or rather, I remembered it was forbidden to start a fire within the castle for safety reasons. Despite this circumstance, I finally found a batch of roasted rice stashed away for emergencies. With hot water, I found a way to soften the rice, and I took it to Nagakura. Alright, girl. I went to the back corridor of Osaka Castle, and I found Nagakura alone in a hallway. He was sitting alone, and he was gazing into the starry sky above. I was surprised to see he'd left his room. This alone brought me a sense of joy to see. Nagakura? Would you like to eat? It isn't much, but I made something for you. I'd handed the bowl to him, but Nagakura chuckled darkly, and he sighed before answering in a low voice.
Oh, food, huh? Thanks, but I don't really have an appetite. Did you eat?
I'll eat later.
Can you eat this for me? I'm starting to think I don't get hungry because my body's going through some changes.
Oh no. Is Nagakura beginning to realize? Does he remember what had happened to him? What should I do? No matter how much I tried to avoid it, I knew I couldn't hide it for much longer. He shouldn't have done it in the first place. This much, at least, I was sure of.
Heisuke told me that he could eat normal food, too.
Nagakura, As I'd stumbled through my attempt to lie, Nagakura took the initiative and spoke aloud kindly.
Yeah, I think I remember. I got shot. I fell down. Then I drank the serum. So I'm a fury now, eh? It's all kind of fuzzy, but I remember Gen saying...
Nagakura remembered everything. Shock of the century. As I tried to replay this moment in my head, I recalled how useless I'd felt, and my body shook while the tears dripped down my cheeks. Nagakura, I'm so sorry. All I could do was just watch. I couldn't stop Inoue. I'm so sorry. I needed something to hold on to, so I grabbed onto Nagakura's sleeves tightly and hung my head. His large, gentle hand kindly patted the top of my head comfortingly. Thank you. Eventually, he began to speak warmly as I'd continued to hold his arms.
Told you, didn't I? It's all a blur to me. He told me to protect you and not to die yet. That only I could protect you. So, I made the promise to him, didn't I? That's why Gen made me drink it. I think he also told me that I'd probably hate him for it, but I couldn't hate him for that.
Nagakura, I looked at him with puffy, sore eyes, but Nagakura smiled back at me all the same. She attempted to protect you. A foolish attempt, but an attempt was made.
Don't cry, Chizuru. I gave my word that I'd keep you safe. Gen made me promise it. I couldn't hate him. If anything, I thank him. Besides, no matter what happens between us, you're the one who said we can figure it out as long as you're alive.
Then Nagakura gave his usual bouncy laugh.
Well, the fact I'm a fury now can't be helped. Gotta figure it all out as I go. Anyways, as soon as we get to Edo, we'll start fresh. It's a pleasure, Chizuru.
Okay. I love this music. As the moonlight shone brightly in the sky, Nagakura gave me a smile to match. His warmth and kindness were contagious, and I nodded firmly as thoughts of him gave me strength. We've only just begun. It's not over yet. Oh, that ending, though. Oh, it's too bad. I really enjoyed that route overall. I still really enjoyed it. But man, I'm not a fan of her lying to him at the end there. I mean, I understand that she knew how important and touchy of a subject that was for him, and she didn't want him to be upset and be hurt by it. But, I mean, girl, lying about something that important is not a good idea. He's gonna find out. And he did. It didn't take him that long either. It was like a couple of days. He's like, nah, I'm like craving something that ain't food. I wonder if he talked to Heisuke at all. I was like, what did you start Heisuke, just out of curiosity, what did you start thinking about when you became a Fury? Because Heisuke wouldn't have been, I don't think Heisuke would have caught on. And so much for out of the friend zone. Good grief. I don't think these two have even figured out that they like each other yet. They have a very nice dynamic, but I don't think they figured out that they like each other more than brother and sister yet. The heart may know, but their brains do not yet. Oh boy, that is gonna be a really interesting thing to deal with, though, in the next game. I can't believe Inoue made him drink that, though. Holy cow. I did not see Shin becoming a Fury. Well done. So, Harada, you get to keep your spot as only boy who has not drank that foul serum. Congratulations. Harada fighting the good fight. But I guess we have the end epilogue thing to read now. Right? Sunset? Sunrise? Whichever. January 1868. The Battle of Tobufushimi ended with the Satsuma and Shoshu victorious. As the shogunate troops retreated, the Shinsengumi headed towards Edo. 4 years ago, I came to Kyoto all by myself in search for my father and met the Shinsengumi. I am going to leave the city of Kyoto, where I made fond memories with the Shinsengumi. During battle, he was drawn into a fate he did not wish for, and I have chosen to walk alongside him. Oh, he got a slightly different epilogue thing, too. We are going to head to Edo, without knowing what fate awaits us. Well, I know Amagiri is going to be keeping tabs. I'm surprised that Cosma had nothing to do with us anymore. Amagiri showed up randomly, knocked some sense into him, and was like, adieu. Farewell. I'll be back if he goes crazy again. Man. Mahalo, bro. Yeah. That about sums it up right there. Alright, well, we got the good ending, so yay! Not at all what I expected, but it was good. It was really good. I am worried, though, about these, unrequited and bad endings. Whoa, I feel those are gonna be pretty rough. But anyway, we'll find out soon enough. Anyway, I hope you guys, enjoyed this, though. And if you're interested in watching the unrequited love and bad endings, I hope I'll see you over there. Alright, until next time, I will see you later.